Paragon's Coastal Collection is dropping this Friday, May 2nd at noon Central Time. And wouldn't you know, they are dropping some cute new colors for spring and summer, as well as some new styles you guys haven't seen before, and the classics we already know and love and we're hoping to get more of. This is my full try-on haul / review, so you guys are going to get everything you need to know about this drop, from how it fits, how it feels, my favorite pieces, my sizing, you name it, it'll be in here. First things first, the fabric. The entire collection is made up of the Reluna fabric. It is the OG, the tried and true. Everybody knows her, loves her, and wants more of her. And there is a reason for that. The feel of this fabric is like a second skin, next to naked. You never want to take it off. It is buttery, buttery soft. It has a ton of stretch to it. It's also lightweight. So with that being said, it's really not very compressive, like you can see with all the stretch to it. So while you can wear it for HIIT workouts, running errands, lounging around, you name it, it can do all these things. However, it is made to be an everyday comfort fabric. It's not a performance-based fabric, so you're not going to get that same compression. But let me tell you, it holds up great for any type of workout or really any type of activity. She can handle it. And this is actually where I recommend people start when they're first trying Paragon, because this is where the obsession begins, the Reluna fabric. As far as my sizing goes, I would say I am an extra small across the board outside of the short suit that is in this collection. I did size down in that. I'm going to talk more about my sizing and recommendations within each product section, but just to give you guys a gist, I'm pretty much a small across the board. We're gonna start off with one of my top picks from this collection, the Gemini bra. And I think she speaks for herself, but in case not, this is an IBTC girlie's dream bra, okay? It's giving she's got something she don't. And I am more than here for it, because I've got a whole lot of nothing, but this bra says otherwise. So let me tell you a little bit more about it. So here in the front, we have a scoop neckline. As you can see, it's pretty low. So if you are bigger chested, I'm gonna say this is probably a no-go unless you don't care to have a ton of cleavage, because again, I've got nothing and this bra says otherwise. So if you've got something, you're gonna really have some in this bra. So another feature here in the front that I think is just, it's a small detail, but it goes a long way, especially for those of us that are a little bit smaller chested. So here in the front, if you might be able to see, there is a bust contour seam. So they put a seam here, which I just think is super flattering on the chest and almost kind of gives, I don't know, it gives that like illusion of more shape. Do you catch what I'm saying? I hope so, because I don't know how else to explain it, but I love it. They've done this seam before on other bras, and I just think it is a really flattering small detail. There is a built-in bra with removable padding in the front. The back, so cute. It's an open razor back design. However, you can unhook this, and then you can have two parallel straps going. Personally, I like it clasped. I feel like it holds me up a little bit better, hoists me up, you know what I mean? So there's that. The straps too are elastic, so they have a ton of stretch, but at the same time, it's so supportive. Like I would give this, if you are IBTC, high support. Like I feel in place, okay? One other thing to note about the straps, they are adjustable. Thank you, Paragon. You know, everybody's torso is a different length. This bra for me is like the total package. Like to be completely honest, as simple as it is, it may just be one of my favorite bras from Paragon because it's just like a classic and it looks so good on. Easily a top pick for me. I'm wearing a size small. I feel like it fits me great. I would not size up or down. However, if you are bigger chested, I'm gonna go ahead and recommend that you do size up for just like a smidge more coverage, because otherwise I fear you might have a nip slip or fall right out. My second favorite bra from this collection is the refined square neck bra. I just think it is a classic bra and looks good on everyone. You have the square neckline here in the front, as well as these princess seams. And then in the back, it has like a Y or razorback design. It's simple, It's classic, and like I said, it looks good on everyone. So whether you're bigger chested or smaller chested, I'm telling you, you can rock this bra. If you are bigger chested, just know the cleavage might be a little bit more. Well, it'll definitely be a little bit more than what you're seeing here. But outside of that, there is an elastic waistband that runs all the way around. And I think I forgot to mention that with the last bra too. That one also has an elastic waistband that goes around. The back has adjustable elastic straps right here, so you can choose how loose or tight you want it. And they say it's mediums high support, and that is really dependent on how tight these are. Right now they're kind of loose for me, so it's like one that I would just wear out and about, but if I was gonna wear it for a workout, I think I would tighten it a little bit more. But as you can see, nothing's going anywhere. We're golden, okay? There's also a built-in bra with removable padding. I'm personally wearing a size small, fits me fabulously. I would not size up or down. However, if you are in between sizes, I'm gonna recommend getting the size up, especially if you're bigger chested, because you might want a little bit more coverage and hold, and you don't wanna worry about like spilling out or anything. The final bra in this collection is the single shoulder bra. We've seen Paragon drop them before, but this time it is definitely more high coverage and covers quite a bit more area. So here's the front, here's the back. It's very cute, very simple. It has a shelf bra here that has an elastic band that runs all the way around to kind of help keep everything in place. There's also removable padding, which I prefer. I need that when it comes to bandos. Otherwise, I just look like a deflated balloon, if that checks out. I mean, if you know, you know. I really didn't have any issues with this bra. I did wear it for one of my workouts. This side did kind of come down a little bit, but it wasn't like I was fearing a nip slip or anything like that. I just would casually have to kind of pull it back up. So for me, it is more on like the lighter support side of things. I probably wouldn't wear it for like running or any like super high intensity workout, but like walks, like upper body, lower body lifts, she can handle it, okay? So I'm in a size small. Again, I wouldn't size up or down. I would stay true to your normal size, especially if you want it to be supportive. I would do that. Like you can see, I've got quite a bit of stretch here. So just keep that in mind when choosing your size. Those of you that have been wanting more mid-length or full-length tops, you're in luck. Let me introduce to you the Superset tank. This tank is cuter than I was expecting it to be, because to be honest, on the models, it looks like really loose, and I'm someone that likes it to be kind of tighter on. It's giving muscles, like, you know what I mean? We're vibing with it. So as you can see, it is more of a mid-length crop. It hits me right about my belly button. So if you have a longer or normal size torso, it's probably gonna hit you right above, and it'll probably like meet right where the top of your leggings or shorts meet. So if you're looking for something that offers more coverage, she's your girl, okay? So here's the back. All right, the armholes are perfect. They're not too tight, so you can see, and it's the Reluna. It's got a ton of stretch to it. The only thing to note really is that there isn't a lining of any sorts. This is really just the perfect layering piece if you're wanting something more like tank style. This is my first time wearing it, but I'm vibing with it. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do, but it's really cute. So I'm wearing a size small. I love how tight it is, but still not like too tight. I still have some movement going. So if you want it to be tighter, size down. If you want it to be looser, size up. If you want it to fit perfectly, get your normal size. Next up, we have the Airbrushed Sculptseam Plus short suit. I know short suits aren't everyone's cup of tea, but I freaking love them, especially this one. This is actually one of my favorites from Paragon. They've dropped it before and we're seeing it again, and I'm stoked about it. So if somebody's told you that you're gonna look like a wrestler if you wear a short suit, they're wrong. And I feel like this is proof. And if you think I look like a wrestler, I would just appreciate it if you didn't tell me. I'm going to be blissfully ignorant to that because I love how it looks. And I think that's what style is all about. But anyway, let me tell you about it. So here in the front, we have this really flattering V neckline. You also have two seams that run from the top all the way down to the bottom. So what this does is it just kind of streamlines and elongates the torso which is what you want, like, because otherwise it kind of gives that like stumpy look. So these seams are a beautiful, simple detail. Again, that goes a long ways. Like Paragon, we love you, okay? The back, we have this scoop open back going on up here. Then we have a V seam going on here. And what it does is it, again, it's just like that little bit of extra touch to kind of help give the glutes more shape and definition, so it's not just like one big blub back here, okay? You also have the Sculptseam Plus. If you know, you know. The glutes are gonna be caked up in this short suit. If you're new here or need a refresher, the Sculptseam / Sculptseam Plus is a piece of elastic that runs this seam. And what it does is it just creeps its way up in between the cheeks to give it more definition and shape. So the Sculptseam is if you just want like a little bit, you just want a little enhancement, okay? Whereas the Sculptseam Plus is like, let's cake that thing up. Let's see them cheeks, okay? That's the Sculptseam Plus. Personally, I like the Plus. So this suit has the Sculptseam Plus. So when people see you from the front, they'll be like, oh my gosh, she looks so cute in that. And then when they see you turn around, they're gonna be like, oh, is that cake? And you're gonna be like, yeah, you want a bite? Just kidding, don't say that. But all you need to know is that the glutes are gonna look phenomenal in this. Really, your entire self is gonna look phenomenal in this short suit. I'm wearing a size extra small. This is the only piece in this collection that I sized down in. I feel like the small, I've tried both the small and the extra small. And the small, these straps are just too long for me. And since you can't adjust them, I felt like I was constantly falling out. So the extra small fits best for my chest. The leg holes are a smidge tight, but what I've noticed is that after you wear it for a bit, they stretch out and it's totally fine. So if you have a shorter torso or a smaller chest or you're in between sizes, I'm gonna suggest sizing down because it's gonna be a little big otherwise, and it has a ton of stretch to it. Like, you don't have to worry about it being like too snug because look at this, we've got movement, all right? But if you're bigger chested or an in-between sizes, I'm gonna probably suggest either going with your normal size or sizing up for more coverage, because this is a V neckline, so the girls will girl. Moving on to bottoms, we're gonna start with another one of my top picks, the Icon Sculptseam Plus shorts. These, But before I get into that, I first need to explain something. So in this collection, there are two different types of leggings and two different types of shorts, but they're pairs. So over here, we have the Icon shorts and the Icon leggings. Over here, we have the OG shorts and the OG leggings. The difference between these two comes down to seams, literally. So these over here only have the Sculptseam, whereas these, the Icon, have the Sculptseam Plus. The OG also doesn't have the double seams in the front and the back like the Icon does. And then the OG shorts are 6 inches and these are 5 inches. So this is like the total package for me. I love 5-inch inseams, Sculptseam Plus, and then the dual seams. So really the Icon is what I got most of. I did not get any OG because I don't really like the 6-inch inseam and I don't really need any more leggings right now. So I just wanted to clear that up, that you're gonna see the OG shorts and leggings as well as the Icon shorts and leggings, and wanted to kind of explain that difference real quick. But let's talk about these shorts. So I kind of already did. We have no front seam, a 5-inch inseam, so they hit me exactly where I want them to. You also have these very flattering dual V seams in the front as well as in the back. I mean, they just look so good on. You also have the Sculptseam Plus, so the glutes look fantastic per usual. It's just literally everything you could want in a short, and it's with the Reluna fabric. So these are great. Like I mentioned, it's a can-do all fabric. You can wear them for workouts, walks, errands, lounging, everything. Whereas the shorts that I really like are the Rec Stretch. I love them, but those are more workout based. So if you're looking for a short that you can wear anywhere and everywhere, these are going to be what you want to get your hands on because they are perfection. I did get a size small in these because I was nervous that if I sized down that the leg holes were going to be too tight. I honestly think these fit me perfectly. I love them. I had no issues. I've wore them nonstop the last 2 weeks because they're so comfy, they're so cute, and you can't lose. So these are the Icon leggings. Same things apply, okay? Dual seams here in the front and the back. Sculp seam plus. The inseam, I believe, is a 25-inch inseam, so there's really no differences. I just wanted to show you guys what they look like on because I told you guys that I didn't get an extra small in anything else, but I did get them in the leggings, and I wish I hadn't because I feel like they are like suction cupped to my legs. And I know better with the Sculp Seam Plus not to size down, but with the Reluna being so stretchy, like you can see, I still have plenty of room in the waist. It's just not in my legs. So with the Icon leggings and shorts, I would not suggest sizing down. I would suggest going with your normal size. If you're in between sizes, then look at sizing down, but otherwise I would say stay true to your normal size. So the OGs though, I've obviously tried them and can offer some sizing recommendations. So with the shorts, go ahead and get your normal size. You could size down because they don't have the Sculp Seam Plus, but you're gonna deal with like tight around the leg holes. So shorts, normal size. The leggings, however, since they only have the Sculp Seam, you should be able to size down because they're gonna have a ton more stretch through the waistband and the glutes. The only thing would be like the legs might be a little tight, but not nearly as tight as these. I don't feel like I have the OG Relunas and they don't feel as snug as this. So just something to keep in mind when you're ordering bottoms. Last but certainly not least, we have the Sweat Skort. All I've got to say is the pickleball courts hate to see me coming when I've got this baddie on because this baddie makes me feel like a baddie. And when I feel like a baddie, that brings out Debbie. Enough said, okay? So this skirt's a yes for me. I'm vibing with her. We have up at the top this very small elastic band that runs all the way around to kind of offer some support. However, it's still pretty loose at the top. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit tighter, and honestly, I sized down to an extra small. You know, I told you I only got an extra small in the suit, and then I set it in the leggings, but I forgot about the skirt. So I did size down in this as well because from previous launches with skirts, I remember that they were really quite large. So I did size down knowing that to an extra small, and I still feel like there is plenty of space up at the top. I wish it was like a ½ an inch tighter, just so that there was more support here, more compression maybe, but still cute nonetheless. I think that's a small issue. Like it's not like it's gonna fall down by any means, primarily because my leg holes are pretty tight. So note that if you're gonna size down, is that the leg holes will be a little snug. I think they'll stretch out a smidge, but they are a little tight. But I think that's a good thing, especially because this would be something I'm gonna probably play pickleball in, and I'm gonna be moving, so I'm gonna want my shorts to stay in place and not have to pull them down. So pros and cons, you know what I mean. Otherwise, on either side, there is a pocket, so you can hold balls, your phone, credit card, whatever you end up wearing this for. You've got 2 pockets. The inseam is a 4-inch inseam, so they are on the shorter side, but again, you have like the skirt to kind of cover it, and it's flowy. It's so cute. I cannot wait to wear it to a pickleball or even on a walk. I just think it's super, super cute. And as I mentioned, I did get an extra small. So I sized down from my normal size. I would say if you're in between sizes to also do the same, or if you want it to just fit a little bit tighter. I think if I had gotten a small, it would honestly be too big and almost, I don't think it would lay right across my stomach. So just something to consider when you're ordering is that you may want to size down, but if you've got bigger thighs, you're gonna have to stay true to size, or this might cut off circulation because it's tight on me and I don't have really big thighs. I mean, I wish I did, but I don't. So yeah, just things to note. when ordering the skirt. Real quick, we're gonna do some color comparisons. So these are the blues in this collection. We have the Jet Set and the Easy Breezy. This is from, I believe, the Oasis collection, and this is Tropical Breeze. This is also from the Oasis collection. This is Lagoon. Then we have, this one I believe is from January, and I think it's color Starstruck. Then we have this one, which is Denim Blue, also from the January collection. And then this blue is from the Sugar High collection that just passed. So next we'll do like oranges and reds. So this is the color Hibiscus, and this is the color Guava, both from this collection. This is the orange from last summer. No idea what the name is, but you can see how orange this is versus what kind of like a red, more like traffic coney color. This is Fire Sign from the Valentine's Day collection. This is from the Oasis collection. This is Spicy Marg. And then this is from January's collection, and it's the color Terra. I don't have very many yellows from Paragon, so this is the color Daisy in this collection, and this one's from last collection. It is the Lemonade. And finally, we have the greens. This is the Parakeet color in this collection. This is the color Sour from the previous collection. Lime from the Oasis collection. Oh gosh. This is Paradise from the Oasis collection, and then this is the Candyland Mint Chip color. I know that was a lot to take in and digest, but that was the entirety of Paragon's Coastal collection. Just a reminder, all of these pieces are launching this Friday, May 2nd at noon Central Time. If you guys want to support me, my code is LIVEFIT. I'll include it up here on the screen, but please know how much it means to me when you choose to use my code or shop through my link, because it not only directly supports me, but it also allows me to continue working with Paragon and providing these reviews and try-on hauls ahead of time. So just know that I am so, so grateful for all of this support. And if you do choose to support me, please send me a screenshot or a message, because I would love to thank you personally. If you guys have any additional questions, comments, or concerns regarding this collection, please let me know. But happy shopping, and I love you.